Hello and welcome back. So in my previous video we talked about what I like about my 07 Harley Street Glide, and today we're going to cover what I dislike about this bike. So one of the things I liked about the bike, but it's also a big dislike, is the ergonomics of this motorcycle. And a lot of it has to do with these handlebars. These are the stock handlebars. I just feel like they're low and a little bit too forward for me. I feel like my elbows are almost resting on my knees. So I think that they need to get pulled up just a little bit and rotated back just slightly. Bring my hands up. As you can see here where my hands are, I think more comfortably they should be right about here. That way I can stretch my back out. For the most part when I'm riding, my lower back, I'm kind of hunched over just a little bit. And after about an hour or so, my back starts getting a little tired. A lot of that, you know, and then the seat, probably need a little bit different of a seat. The ergonomics, something I dislike, but easily going to be changed. Just a little bit of money, a little bit of time, change things out. Another thing that I liked, but I gotta say I dislike, is going to be this fairing. This fairing is really nice, helps with the bugs, does help with the wind on the chest at highway speeds. But when you are going low speeds, especially when it's a hot summer day, there's just no airflow and you get soaked and you're just dripping sweat. There's just no airflow around there. It's a dead zone. Good that it breaks the wind, bad that it breaks the wind. And then when, you know, I kind of mentioned it in the other video, but when you are going at highway speeds, at faster speeds, like right now I'm just doing slightly more than 60, it's buffeting. Mainly I'm getting hit on the top of my head. I've tried a couple different taller windshields, but maybe they just weren't tall enough. One that I thought I was gonna like, that I spent quite a bit of money on to buy, was the Harley Windjammer. The problem with that is it angles back, and if your head isn't in a perfect, like in that perfect dead zone area, you just get knocked around. I did one longer day with that, and I ended up taking that off and going back with the 7-inch that came with the bike when I bought it. And then the other thing about the fairing that I made a note on was about the cosmetics of it. Now, don't get me wrong, I like the looks of this fairing, but as I said, it deflects bugs, and it is difficult to clean. You know, you get the bike and you feel like you got it spotless, and then it dries, and then you find more bug guts. So you scrub them and you scrub them, and then you get the bike finally clean, and then you go out for a ride and you come back and it is plastered. So you know, just got to pay extra attention to cleaning this thing. The other thing along with the cosmetics, and it's just the point of having the fairing itself, I like the look of a clean bike, no fairing, no windshield. And that's another reason why I am looking for, you know, to have it in the back of my head to maybe buy another bike. This bike is great for touring. The fairing does amazing on what it's supposed to. But I really personally enjoy the look of a bike without anything here. It's just too much. I like it simple, I like it neat. This just has way too much going on. But that's just an aesthetic. It's not gonna, you know, it's not causing me to go out and sell the bike, or it didn't stop me from buying the bike, so it is what it is. Now, another dislike that I have, and there really wasn't many, there isn't really many dislikes to this bike, and a lot of them are just the nature of the bike itself. Like this next, you know, like I talked about the fairing, you know, that's just the aesthetics to the bike. You know, it wouldn't be a street glide without the fairing. But something else that this bike is heavy. At 850 pounds, this is not a light bike to be just kind of going out willy-nilly and just having some fun with. Now, for the most part, a lot of my riding is when I go out just to have some fun or relax. My riding is backcountry roads, kind of like what most of my videos are with. I don't enjoy doing a lot of highway miles, especially when I got an hour or two. I'd rather just come hit the hills and take in some scenery. Bike is heavy, and if you have been out all day riding on it, when you get tired, this bike just seems to get heavier. Particularly when you come to a stop. Riding it, not a big deal. It holds its weight, it's very well balanced, don't have any issues. But if you're tired and you come to a stop or you're trying to do some low speed maneuverings, you really feel it. There have been a couple times where I've come to a stop and my knee and hip gave out, and I ended up just having to set the bike down in an intersection. Just couldn't hold it up. Now that could be me. Definitely need to put on some more miles. This year I did a heck of a lot better than last year, but this year is really nothing to even talk about. I might have 700 or 800 miles on the bike this year. Last year I think I did 300. I do know that if I rode the bike more, that quote-unquote heaviness of the bike wouldn't necessarily be a big deal. I just need to get my endurance up riding this thing, and getting the endurance up, I wouldn't be as tired, and when I do get a little bit tired, I'd be used to dealing with the bike when I'm tired. So as I said, you know, I got some dislikes, but a lot of it is on me, and a lot of it has nothing to do with the bike. Now, one thing I do have to say about this bike, and for the most part Harleys in general, they are not made for city riding. If you're stuck in stop and go traffic, these bikes are air cooled. Like right now we're sitting at about a high 60s, and the bike temperature isn't bad, but you get stuck driving around in the city when it's 90 degrees and you feel like you've got third-degree burns on your calves. So these bikes get really hot, and then once again, if you're in stop and go traffic, then the bike's not getting airflow, which means it's getting hotter. Another thing why it's not good for the city is because of the size. It's large, it's heavy. That's why I'm looking for a bike for the garage. It's just a hair bit smaller, you know, something that I can take to work and not have to worry about getting tired, having to keep putting my foot down every quarter of a mile. I can just go. Something a little more comfortable with flat foot. It's one of the regrets I have about selling my intruder. It was liquid cooled, and I said in my last video that was a 350-pound motorcycle. Not great for highway riding, but man, was that thing amazing in the city. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. Something about 800 to 1000 cc. I know the Harleys that I test rode, none of them were liquid cooled, but I can get over that. I've even thought about maybe the Indian Scout, but I don't believe those are liquid cooled. I believe those are air cooled as well. I thought about maybe just picking up like a naked upright sports bike, but the ergonomics on them, I've tried. I just can't get my, I mean, it might be a little bit different now that I've been riding for a few years, but I just can't get my knees up on the pegs, or my feet up on the pegs. It's just an awkward position. And overall, once again, you know, it sounds like I might be complaining, but I really like this bike. You know, are there some things that I would change? Yes. Are there some things that I don't like, but that's just because it's the bike? Yes. I mean, overall, I really enjoy this bike. I don't regret the decision, and I would never get rid of this bike. It's, of course, it's your first Harley, and I say that now, but I have no plans on getting rid of this bike. If anything, I'm just planning on upgrading to the, you know, upgrading the garage, adding to the garage. Down in the comments below, tell me what you like or dislike about my, you know, the Harleys, the Street Glide in particular. You know, is there anything else I need to take a look at to maybe fix some of the stuff? And, you know, what changes have you made to your bike? As I said, there's some things ergonomically that I wish I, you know, that I want to change out. But if they were just a little bit different, this bike would be even more amazing and almost perfect. So let me know down below. I do read all the comments. Don't necessarily respond to all of them, but I do read them. But hey, if you leave me a comment, tell me about your bike, you know, if anything, I'll give you a thumbs up. I'll let you know that I saw it. And please, if you like this content, consider subscribing. And if you subscribe, make sure you hit that little bell icon so you can know when I get so you can get notified of when I release all my videos. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you later. Bye.